5 years ago, I was broke, stressed, and scrolling through social media watching other people live the life I wanted. I thought success was about luck or timing. But the truth, it came down to 10 simple rules that flipped my entire life upside down. And here's the crazy part. These 10 rules don't just build wealth. They build you. So if you're in your 20s living in the US and you're tired of being average, stay till the end because rule number 10 might actually scare you. Let's be real. One paycheck away from panic, that's not stability. That's financial slavery. The first rule that changed my life was realizing that one income stream is one point of failure. I started a side hustle, not because I wanted extra money, but because I wanted freedom. Whether it's freelance work, investing, or building an online brand, the moment you have 2 or 3 income sources, you start thinking like a boss, not an employee. And no, watching how to get rich fast videos doesn't count as a side hustle. Here's something schools never teach you. Your time is your most valuable currency. When I stopped wasting it on low-value tasks and started investing it into skills, everything changed. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now moving me forward or keeping me stuck? Because time wasted in your 20s compounds into regret in your 30s. I used to binge Netflix 4 hours a day. Now I binge business podcasts, and trust me, the returns are way better. And speaking of returns, rule number 3 will either make you rich or broke, depending on how seriously you take it. Everyone waits for the perfect moment to start investing. Spoiler alert, it doesn't exist. I started with $50 a month in ETFs. That $50 taught me discipline, not just math. It's not about how much you invest, but how long you let your money work. Because the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest, and doesn't care if you're broke. It rewards consistency. Your money should be in the gym too and getting those compound gains. But money without direction? That's dangerous. And that brings me to rule number 4. A dream without a deadline is just a wish. Once I set clear financial goals and save 10K by next year, my mind became a GPS. You can't hit a target you can't see. Write your goals. Visualize them and review them weekly. Because if you don't define your goals, someone else will hire you to build theirs. But even the best goals fail if you don't follow rule number 5. Let's talk about emotional spending, that silent killer of dreams. You've had a rough week and suddenly that $300 jacket feels like therapy. Been there. Here's the truth. Every emotional purchase steals a piece of your freedom. So I created a 24-hour rule. If I still want it tomorrow, I'll buy it. 80% of the time I didn't. My wallet started thanking me, and my dopamine addiction, not so much. And once I mastered control over spending, I realized something far deeper. If you hang around 5 broke people, guess who's next? Your environment dictates your financial future. I started spending time with people who talked about ideas, not drama. Investments, not influencers. Don't have to cut people out. Just spend more time with those who inspire growth. Because you can't build $1 million mindset in a $5 environment. And, speaking of mindset, rule number 7 changed how I view failure forever. I used to fear failure. Now I chase it. Every mistake is data. Every setback is training. When my first business flopped, I didn't lose money. I bought experience. That shift turned fear into fuel. If failing was a class, I'd have a PhD by now. But to use failure right, you must master the next rule, 3, the one most people ignore. Burnout is real, and it costs more than money. I learned that saying no is actually a wealth skill. You can't grind 24/7 and expect long-term success. Sleep, work out, meditate, cram whatever it takes to recharge. Protect your peace like it's your productivity fuel. Because tired minds make broke decisions. And when you're rested and focused, you can finally follow rule number 9. Money isn't evil, ignorance is. I spent months studying how taxes, credit, and investing really work. The system is designed for those who understand it, and against those who don't. You don't need a finance degree. You just need curiosity. Trust me, your credit score doesn't fix itself overnight. I checked. And now, the most important rule, the one that changed everything. This one took me the longest to learn. We live in a world of instant dopamine, quick cash, fast fame, Easy hacks. But real success? It's built in silence. Over years I stopped asking, how fast can I get rich? And started asking, how long can I stay consistent? The longer your timeline, the bigger your payoff. That's how wealth and peace are built. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: don't chase quick wins. Build a life that compounds. These 10 rules change mine. And if you start today, they'll change yours too. If you want me to break down how I applied each of these rules step by step, make sure you hit subscribe, because that's coming next week. Don't miss it. Your future self is counting on you.